Yo, what's up, Amaro C?
I'm Flint Johnson.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, welcome back to the show. You know what it is by now. It's Gobsmacked. We talk about growing up and everything in between.
Everything in between your sheets.
Yeah, my sheets.
Make sure you share, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, review, whatever. Just like us, please.
I'm so sorry for that. I actually really am so sorry. What was it? Oh,
I'm leaving it
Robbie.
in. I'm leaving it in.
I'm leaving it in.
I'm leaving
Listen,
it in. Not taking it out.
I'm not taking it out. That's my ball. Right, listen, let's get into it. Welcome back, Gobsmacked. Oh,
Balls deep. Come here, did you see those? Did you see that video doing the rounds from Cherry Orchard?
oh, with the cars,
The little bumps, the bumper cars.
little bumper cars.
Have you seen the fucking?
with the 5-0?
Have you seen the outrage over it?
Oh, stop, bro, stop. Can you imagine camera phones back then? Yeah, can you imagine they?
Oh my god, bro! You see the state? Like, you see the state of it, and everybody is up in arms over it.
Oh, it's like I've seen. There's been like fucking. I've seen like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds debating on Facebook, bro. You know what I mean? It's nuts. Under an Adrian and Jeremy post. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the usual, the boys.
Yeah.
Shout out the boys, though, 'cause I love the boys.
Yeah, shout out to the lads, yeah.
But hey, yeah, I've seen like people saying we need armed police to stop these hooligans, these thugs, absolute thugs. Will you fuck off? I've seen worse down the fucking Leisureplex, the bumper cars. Would you stop? Would you? Would you fucking stop? Madness.
We need armed police.
We need armed police officers to deal with these thugs.
Oh, brother, I swear to God. I don't know. Look, listen, the half of the people that are debating it have probably been in a robbed car or have robbed a car allegedly, you know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
give it a rest. Give it a rest.
Nah, look.
You think about it.
Look, man, somebody's car being robbed, yeah, like, it's
no, I
bollocks,
know,
like, do you know what I mean? It's pure pony, like, but the way they were shining on about the car, like, savagely rammed the guard a car, and the guards feared for their life, and they had to get out of there rapid, or they'd be beaten up and torn out of the car, and killed on the streets by thugs. Fuck
Thugs.
off.
The
Fuck
thuggery.
off.
Yeah, no,
I
know,
have
bro.
seen 10 times worse than that in Ladieswell alone.
Oh, yeah.
In
Oh,
Ladieswell
yeah.
alone. Halloween night, oh my god. You had to just shut the whole estate down. It was that bad. It was that bad. Like, do you know what I mean? I've seen the Garda being rammed, like proper rammed into the wall, reversed and rammed back into it again by 2 or 3 cars on one go. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Windows being pushed
Doesn't-
through with the guards in it. Like, I've seen fucking heaps worse than that. Madness.
Bro, it doesn't make it right.
No,
but,
of course not.
Come off it. Like.
I'm just talking about the fucking outrage
Yeah.
over it. You know what I mean?
The
Politicians and
outrage,
all,
that's what
like Helmy Hole Martin, like even giving out, like saying it's outrageous. It's outrageous. We need to arm the police. Arm them.
No. But I mean, like, I get what you're saying, because, like, at the end of the day, it is somebody's car that's robbed,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
That's the bit. That's different. But it's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is, like, the police. Let's say the boys didn't have the balls to ram the police anyway. The police would have rammed them regardless. Like,
The Garda probably wouldn't have rammed them. In fairness, they would have tried to block them or kind of.
Well, yeah, box them in. That's what I mean.
to box them in, like, but they wouldn't have done any like any fucking heavy-handed stuff because they're not allowed anymore. They can't be Garda anymore. You know what I mean? Garda aren't guards
it's
anymore.
different.
Nobody's scared
No.
of the Garda. You tell me one person that's fucking scared of the Garda these days. Get the fuck.
Yeah, no.
Do you know
I
what I
used to
mean?
be, bro. When I growing up, I was terrified of them. Like,
That's because you used to get
terrifying.
slapped around. We've talked about it on this
That's what
before. You used to get fucking slapped around back in our day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Garda
boys
had
didn't
no
give a bollocks,
problem
man.
jumping out of the car and strangling you if you were being cheeky.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember this one fella. I remember we talked about the guards on an episode before, and there's this one fella, I forgot to mention, there was this one fella that stopped me in the park, and he was, we were all drinking, bro, had drink in my bag and all, and I stuck my hand, your man says to me, empty your bag. I goes, I'm not emptying it, like, he was like, turn it upside down and empty it, and I was like, I'm not emptying my bag, like, I was like, I'll put my hand in it and I'll take everything out, like, and he was like, yeah, do that then. I took the 6 cans out, and then I got to like the 7th or the 8th can, and when I put my hand in it, this fella, I'm not even messing, bro, full force, boot with the bag, boot with the bag while my hand was in it, like,
Absolutely.
couldn't nearly broke my blade in the hand. I mean, couldn't nearly broke my blade in the hand, bro. Swear to God. But that's what I mean. Sorry, we're getting off track, but that's what I mean. I used to be fucking terrified of them because of that, like, do you know what I mean? Because I've heard so many stories as well, like from like me family members, me friends, all that shit, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, like one time that always sticks out in my mind, right? I think it was Halloween. It was either Halloween or New Year's.
Yeah.
I think it was Halloween. And I'd say you were probably too young, or you weren't in the estate at the time. You're probably down Fortlawn or Whitestown or something. But there was this one Halloween. I'll never forget it. There was a car on the shop hill where we lived on the gardens, right? So there's a rob car going up and down the shop hill, yeah. And I mean, this thing was getting death, right? This car was getting death. The whole estate was out. And then there was another car at the bottom of the gardens going up and down that road, you know where the green is, ladies. Just outside your avenue. So there was a car going up and down there. There was a car going up and down the gardens, and then there was another car up the top of the estate, right? 3 cars, right? Baiting around. And I mean baiting it. They were lifting the hardy. They're having a great time. Right? So the boys are having a great little time flying around, handbrake and whatever, yeah? We're all out on the road. Yeah, go on the fuck. We were too young to realise what was really going on. Do you know what I mean? Some poor cunt that saved their fucking life to get a car and it had been robbed. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So these cars are getting fucking lifted out of it. Next of all, 2 Garda cars come in. And when I say these cars were rammed, these cars were nearly flipped over on their side, right? Do you know where the school gates is in front where I lived on the gardens there?
Yeah.
One of them got rammed through the gates, almost like smashed through the entire gates. One of them was just getting rammed by 2 cars, right? And then the 3rd car came flying down and rammed into the 2nd Garda car. This thing got rammed rammed up onto the path into the wall. This thing was getting hammered out of it. The 3 cars was baiting them, and then all the other lads that were standing around were fucking bricks and bottles and everything at the fucking cars, shooting fireworks at them. I honestly thought the Garda were going to get pulled out of the cars and killed. Like, it was.
Jesus.
It was like Mad Max, it was. It was fucking mental. I've never seen anything like it before. It was fucking mad, right? They eventually got loose and they flew out of the estate as best they could, right? So the lads knew, right, the riot police are going to come down because this was serious. So they flew up in one of the cars and they burnt out one of the cars right at the top of the estate, like right at the main entrance, so you couldn't get in. Right, you couldn't get in or out. They burnt the car right there, right? Yeah. And the 2 cars were still flying around because Lazy there's only one way in, right, and one way out.
Yeah, it's only one way in. Yeah.
Next, what I'd say about fucking no more than 15-20 minutes, no exaggeration. The riot police came, right? Riot vans. It was like something out of a film. They were all standing in a line, all full riot gear, everything, helmets and all on, crash helmets, everything, like big riot vans, jeeps. There was dogs. And they came in, the vans had to push the car out of the way. This car was still on fire. And the vans had to push it out of the way to get the guards in. Like, you want to see it, bro. Everybody just fucking evaporated. Everybody just sank into the floor. The cars went flying. The cars were still fucking baiting around while, like, the riot police were in. Like, the riot police were trying to stop them and all. They ended up getting away, like, but that was probably one of the worst ones I've seen, where the guard are getting, like, smashed out, you know what I mean? But there's been other times, like there's been loads of times. There's one where the boys robbed the fucking judge's car and they were flying around the top of the park. The helicopter and all. The helicopter was nearly landing on the car, and the boys are just flying up and down. Like fucking sliding into the side of the Garda, sliding into the side of the Garda car. I'm telling you now, bro. There's so many fucking times I've seen that shit. And when I seen that Cherry Orchard video, I was like, look at these boys, bleeding idiots. Yeah. But then it was all the uproar over it. Like, I've never seen that like this in fucking 20 years since the 90s. I'm like, well, where the fuck were you during the 90s, you mad cunt?
Exactly, like, bro. What are you talking about?
Ladies well used to be upended with fucking rob cars. Like, Rob, like, I know it sounds terrible, but rob cars was like, when there was a rob car in the estate, it was like the big event. Like, everybody came out.
Yeah.
Like, your man all came out. Your ma, your dad, your sister, your brother. Everybody was out just to watch the fucking spectacle of it. Everyone loving it, like, yeah, get up there, fuck. Even your mad be going, you up there, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it was like. Like, you'd be in your house and it'd be like fucking, don't know, 12, 1 in the morning or something, and you'd be like a little deer in the forest. You just hear a little and you go, the ears would go up. Huh? Is that Rob Carr? And everyone's just like, shh. Wait a minute, is that Rob Carr? Like, that's a fucking Rob Carr. You jump out of bed, you'd be fucking straight out onto the road. The whole estate, loving it. I couldn't tell you any time where anybody was going like, isn't it fucking terrible now? Everyone used to fucking love it.
I know.
Bit of joyriding, loved it.
Bit of joyriding.
But
I wasn't riding
in fairness to the lads in our state, like, do you know what I mean? They did rob a lot of cars, but they used to buy a lot of cars off the travellers and used to just wreck them as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It was the same thing. Not that, look, neither one is fucking is better than the other, like, but you know what I'm saying?
I know.
What I'm trying to say is I've seen fucking much worse than that little bump in the car. Like, it's just the fucking the shite that came with it online. Oh my god, they're still talking about it today. It's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, the minister now still shiting on about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. We need like fucking they announced the budget there. And it was like, we need 1,000 more guards to deal with things like Cherry Orchard, all the problems of joyriding and antisocial behaviour. It's like, all right, buddy.
The thing about antisocial behaviour is, and it's kind of always sat with me, that it's like the whole, like, fuck the system mentality that's like bred into us, like, do you know what I mean? And I hate that word, like, I hate using that fucking buzzword, like, where it's like, fuck the system, you know what I mean? Fuck the government, like. Yeah. But I think that's what. Yeah. I think that's what it's kind of symbolises a bit, like, do you know what I mean? Now, it's not right, like, I'm not saying it's right and you're not saying it's right, but I mean, it kind of symbolises that, like, that fuck the system mentality that's kind of bred into us, like, you know what I mean? So, like, when something is happening like that, where there's a robbed car, let's say the judge's car, like, and especially if you know it's the judge's car, like, it's like the gun fingers are extra in the air, like, you know what I mean? Yup, the fuck,
heavy,
you know what I'm saying?
heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
But that's what I mean. It's like that fuck the system mentality type of thing, like, and I think that's where it all comes from, to be honest, like, do you know what I mean? That's my take on it. Now, I'm not saying that is it, like, do you know what I'm saying?
It's almost like I never seen a Rob Carr until I moved to Ladieswell, till I moved to Blanche. Like, I never seen one in Tala when I lived in Fettercairn or up in Tala. I never knew what a Rob Carr was when I lived in Whitestown. I didn't know what a Rob Carr was when I lived in the city. When we were homeless in the city, I didn't know what Rob Carr was. It wasn't until I moved to Ladieswell, and that's when I started seeing Rob Cars and all that stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I grew up in Manchester, like, and where I grew up when I was young. It was like a cul-de-sac. It was quiet as fuck. Do you know what I mean? There was nothing happening. Like, it was dead. Like, there was nothing like that. Like, but when I moved to Ladieswell, that was kind of when, like, the older lads were younger and the estate was wild. Do you know what I mean? It was back when you couldn't get a taxi into Ladieswell. You couldn't get a takeaway. Takeaway drivers wouldn't come into Ladieswell. The buses wouldn't come up to Mulhullard. Like, wouldn't come up to Ladieswell, all Partlickstown. Do you know what I mean? It was wild when we moved there. Like, it was fucking madness. You know what I mean? Garda sirens going off every fucking 10 minutes. There was helicopters in the sky all the time. There was just it was just mayhem. Do you know what I mean? It was mayhem. And that's when I first moved there, and then I started seeing all the rob cars and fucking shootings and all the blah 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 that comes with it. Like, but it was like it was mad, like, for me, because I've never experienced anything like that. When I moved there, it was almost like it was, I don't know, it was like it was tribal. Do you know what I mean? It was like a tribal
That's
thing.
what I mean.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
It was animalistic. Like, it was just, everybody just turned into something else. You know what I mean? It was just weird. Like, it was weird.
There's an army of the same motherfuckers as you out on that road. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what it was like. It was almost everybody just became this little tribe. Do you know what I mean? It was just, look at the fucking car being horsed around. You know, it was it's very hard to explain. You know, if you're not from there, you won't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain to somebody that hasn't grown up with it as well. Like, because I mean, if you try, I don't know, it may not be hard. It might be hard to explain, but I don't think it's very. No, sorry, I don't think it's hard to explain. I think it's hard to understand. Yeah, because I remember me and Danielle first started going out, and she'd be up in the house and a rob card happened. I'd be like, "Come on, quick, And we go legging up the road, and she'd be like, "What the fuck's going on? What the fuck is this?" I'd be like, "It's a fucking road car. You don't understand."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a rite of
you know what I mean?
passage. And we'd be watching it, and she'd be just looking at me like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. You know what I mean?
No, I know it's not hard to explain. It's hard to understand for somebody that didn't grow up in it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was part of our culture. I know that's horrible to say. Like, it's horrible to say, but it was part of our culture growing up.
Yeah,
It was
course,
like
bro.
rob cars and all that sort of crack.
Brother, I was taught how to hotwire before I was fucking cycling a bike, like, you know what I mean? No, obviously not, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was taught how to hotwire.
Thing about us was we didn't know how to hotwire. We knew how to rob the robbed cars. So when the boys would rob cars and they'd stash them in the field to like strip the wheels off, because they'd be all Jap cars, like, it'd be fucking gorgeous shows, they'd be MX-5s and all this shit. And like, to be souped up to the tits, the fine radios, all the good seats, the Recaro seats, and the big wheels, big exhaust. So the boys used to strip them. So we used to go down and find them first, and we'd take them out of the field and rally around the fields in them. And we never really brought them into the estate, but we'd bait around the parks and the fields in them. Do you know what I mean? But then we put them back so the boys wouldn't notice and go mad. We used to wreck them first, and then put them back. Yeah. We didn't know how to hotwire now. We never robbed cars, but we robbed cars, if that makes sense.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I've never put it into practice, like, do you know what I'm saying? I was taught how to, like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like what you were saying. It's that tribal mentality, and for somebody outside of it is hard to understand, like, do you know what I mean? Of course, especially if you didn't grow up in it, then forget about it. It's gonna be lost on you, like. Do you know
I hope people don't think like I'm fucking saying what happened in Cherry Orchard was right. It wasn't right, of course not. Fuck's sake, like, obviously, I mean? The boys are there to do a job, bro. Like, and they're getting hockeyed out of it. But like, I'm just talking about the outrage over it, the outcry of fucking. Yeah. Madness, like, do you know what I mean? They're all thugs in Cherry Orchard. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, they're all.
And everyone's
they're all
just like, oh, Cherry Orchard's a kip. Cherry Orchard's a kip. I mean, come on, like, relax with it.
I know. The thing about it is that I don't know. It's very easy to call somewhere a kip that you've never stepped foot into. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's it.
It's the ignorance thing of it, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. That's what me and you are talking about. We're talking about the ignorance side of it. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's that mentality of, like, one thing happens, like, do you know what I mean? That one thing happens, and every single person is the exact same. Like, my nanny could be living in Cherry Orchard. Are you calling her a thug, like? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously fucking not, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, everybody from Cherry Orchard is the fucking same, or everybody from Ladyswell, Whitestown, is are all bleeding, is are all thugs, or is are all anti-socials, like, you know what I mean? Or is whatever
unfriendlies.
Unfriendly,
undesirables.
Yeah. But I remember my dad telling me a story about how he's probably going to listen to this and he's going to be like, he fucking butchered that, like, and he's gagging to get on this podcast because he was like, I have a list of shit that you butchered that I need to talk about, like, you know what I mean?
He needs to clear up the facts.
It was something along the lines of he was out playing football or something, and one of his teachers drove out to the main road, but the ball went out onto the main road, and his teacher was the car that stopped, and he beeped. And because my dad was out of school, he stuck his finger up at him, like, yeah, fuck you, you know what I mean? You can't do that, like, do you know what I mean? And he walked away with the ball or whatever. And he went into school the next day, and then, I don't know, your man said something to him. The teacher said something to him, and he was like, just remember, sir, I know what car you drive now, yeah? 2 days later, bro, my dad gets dragged out of the classroom. So what happened? The teacher's fucking car got set on fire, bro. Yeah, teacher's car got set on fire, and my dad had nothing to do with it. Like, do you know what I mean? It was just because he said, "You remember now? I know what your car's like." I was like, "Are you messing?" My dad was telling me, I was like, "How are you that unlucky?" Like, do you know what I mean? And he got, and they wouldn't believe him. Like, they were convinced it was him. Like, do you know what I mean? Convinced, but he was like, I actually had nothing to do with it. Like, he got dragged up by the ear. Obviously, do you know what I mean? He told him, "You remember what his fucking car looks like?" You know what I'm saying?
I remember one of the rare days that I actually went to school in Ladyswell, and one of the boys robbed the principal's car. It's like an old Jag, one of those old Jags, not the British Racing Green Jags, like. Yeah. One of the older lads that was in, like, you know, probably on his final year in that school, like, that is primary school, like, I'm talking about.
Jesus. Yeah.
And the boys literally donutting the car around the car park in the school. Now, you know where the car park is, where the yard is, like, because we couldn't go out into the yard. We were supposed to go out for break or whatever. and we were all kept in. We're like, what's going on? What's going on? You could just hear the car getting hockeyed out of it. So we're all in the prefabs trying to look out, like, and you just see the fucking principal's car getting downloaded around, rammed into the fucking other cars and all, like, fucking madness. I don't know what happened, like, but he just fucking, one of the lads just took the principal's car, like, and destroyed the thing.
Oh, that's
fucking hell. I shouldn't be laughing, but fuck me, like, the amount of stuff like that happened, like, in that estate was, it's madness.
Yeah,
madness.
No, like I know we shouldn't be laughing, like, you know what I mean, and obviously it's a terrible thing, like, and I feel like this whole podcast we're just gonna keep backtracking on that, like, because people get everything so misconstrued, like, you know what I mean. I'm not laughing at the fact that his fucking car that he bought out of his hard-earned money was stroked, like. It's the I don't know, it's what it represents.
It's just
really,
the
like,
madness of it, like,
that's that's what I'm saying.
Surreal,
like,
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying about it, like, and it's just, I remember, like, when I was with Rob Cars, bro, I was the first one I ever seen was in Ladyswell.
Yeah.
First one I ever seen in my whole life, and that was mad. It was just someone, I don't know who it was, but it was just someone ripping the thing around the estate. But I mean, bouncing off pats, bouncing into people's fucking garden walls, everything. Yeah. But I remember I was in Whitestown once, and there was a road car on the hill. That's why there's pillars. You know, when we go into Whitestown, and the big hill that's in the middle of the estate.
Same as Ladyswell, the way there's pillars at the shop because they kept ramming into the fucking the fucking what you call it, the shutters, and then the park as well is all closed off now. So they used to fucking destroy the park.
Yeah, you can't get in or whatever.
It used to be a car graveyard in our park. I know you don't remember it. I've brought it up before, but it used to be, for people that are new, there used to be a car graveyard in Ladyswell Park. That's what it was known as. Like, there was probably the guts of 20, 30 cars, vans, jeeps, all of it. Just like this mad part of the park was surrounded by trees. Like, almost looks like a forest. When you walk in, it's just this fucking just wasteland, like, of just all burnt out cars, like all rusty cars. I swear, man, if like, you get photographs of that, it was unbelievable. It was
mad.
That's how bad it was. Like, they had a car graveyard in Ladyswell.
Yeah, I know. The bones of a car, like.
Mad.
But this one in Whitestown, they were ripping the thing around the hill. This before the pillars were there, like, ripping the thing around the hill. And it was the first time I ever seen a car roll, bro. Yeah, and it frightened the shit out of me. Yeah, I didn't find it funny at all. The boys flipped the car because, you know, that hill's like, it's steep enough, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it's like a little pyramid, that thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they just whipped the thing too sharp, and it just went rolling down the hill, and I was like, oh my god. And it's just the people in the way and all. I was like, somebody is gonna die, like, you know what I mean? It just frightened the shit out of me, like. But that was probably the most extreme one I've seen. Is the car flipping down the hill, like.
Yeah, I've seen some bad. I've seen some bad crashes, alright, in Ladyswell, like, with the rob cars.
Yeah.
One of the boys was coming over the green one time, and a Garda Jeep came flying around the bend, like, and he didn't see him, and he drove right into the side of him. But he hit, like, you know, like, it was one of the old Jeeps, the old Garda Jeeps, the big Land Rovers, you know what I mean, the big beastie oaks, and smashed into the side of the fucking Jeep. No seatbelt, nothing, straight through the windscreen. Oh, he was in bits, face Jesus, like, covered in blood, like, do you know what I mean? And the Garda pulled him out of it and battered him. Fucked him into the back of the Jeep. Yeah, he destroyed the side of the Jeep. Like, there was another time on the shop hill as well. One of the boys, I think he's dead now. One of the boys was flying around the estate anyway. He's flying over the greens and all that stuff and driving into people's walls and all this. He was fucking out of his face, like.
Yeah.
He couldn't even drive the car. Like, he was fucking out of it. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself. But he was going up the shop hill, but he was on the footpath, you know, against the wall of the school. So the car was just, like, scraping along the wall.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of Garda cars, and the boys jumped out of the cars, like, and just, because you could walk faster than the car. Do you know what I mean? The car was just fucking rolling, like, just bouncing off the concrete. And I'll never forget this guard, fucking high tower he was. I don't see the size of this thing. He's a big bleeding giant. Just runs up and literally, like, with the baton, just puts the window through and pulls him out through the car. And I mean, they battered him. They fucking killed him. Never forget it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he got sent to the hospital. He did. He was in such a bad way. They knocked all his teeth and all out. Battered him. Killed him.
Jesus Christ.
Now, could you imagine that happening over in Cherry Orchard now?
Oh, stop.
Them guards we brought the car. My son, my fucking son. He's an angel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know. And it's two sides of the coin type of thing as well. Like,
100%. Look, the lads that are robbing the cars, what are you doing? Like, come on, like, stop now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Silly.
I don't know about now, but like back in the noughties, like the guards, man, fucking hell, talk about heavy-handed. Oh my god, they were nearly killing lads. And look, I know loads of I knew loads of guards around the estate. Not like know them. I'm not a fucking rat, but do you know what I mean? You'd know of them. You'd know their faces, and you'd know which one to stay out of the way of, because you know you're getting a fucking smack. Do you know what I mean? Like there was guards that were, you know, there's a reason why people from council estates don't trust the Garda. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen, well, I don't know about now, but when I was growing up, you'd see guards doing some nasty stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Course,
nasty stuff.
Of course.
You know, I've witnessed it myself with my own eyes. Of course, you hear stories, and you know, you take them with a pinch of salt. But when you see it for yourself, you're like, you know what? This ain't for me. This ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know
no, of course, bro. And that's what I mean. I think people outside of the estates that we grew up in think that we're trying to be animalistic, and we're trying to be, I don't know, we're trying to be tribal and fuck everyone else outside of here and have no respect for authority and blah blah blah. Do you think that comes from absolutely nowhere? Cop on to yourself, like, do you know what I mean?
No,
obviously fucking not, like, do you know what I mean? Obviously it doesn't come from fucking nowhere, like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's exactly what you were saying. It's that there's a reason, there's a very big reason why people from council estates don't trust the Garda, like, do you know what I mean? It's
and
the same reason.
There's good guards, there's bad guards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
just like there's good lads and there's bad lads, good girls and bad girls, whatever. Do you know what I mean? As cheesy as it sounds, like, that's just the truth. There's good people, there's bad people. Doesn't matter if you're a guard, a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, a fucking you know, a shopkeeper, or fucking whatever you are, like a cleaner. You're gonna get good and bad anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just for some reason, when you were in like a low income estate, you just happen to come upon the bad guards all the time. You know what I mean? Because like when me and the boys were young, we weren't little cunts like that. Do you know what I mean? We kind of developed into little cunts, but we weren't as cunty as the older lads, if you know what I mean. We weren't out robbing cars. We weren't like fucking. We weren't stroking gaffs. You know,
and
we were doing
like
less
cunty
stuff,
than
like,
yous. Do you know what I mean?
What's that?
Then we were less cunty than yous as well.
Yeah, like we weren't like. I think everybody in the estate thought that we were the next ones up. You know what I mean? That we were going to be the next ones, like, to kind of take over, but we weren't. It was the generation under us. Now look, one or two of the lads sold a little bit of weed or hash or whatever, a little bit of coke here and there, but it was no like. We weren't out robbing shops or like robbing supermarkets. Do you know what I mean? Robbing the pharmacies. We weren't selling fucking heroin or heavy drugs. Like, we weren't robbing cars. We weren't stroking gas. We weren't robbing little almonds or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was nothing extreme. Like, we were just little. We were just little cunts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I know.
It was the way the Garda treated us. The Garda treated us as if we were out here selling heroin and stroking cars and stroking
That's
gaffs.
what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? And we just developed this fucking hatred for them, because it was like, why are you picking on us? Like, we're grand. We're just standing at the shop talking shy. Do you know what I mean? One of the boys might be selling a little bit of weed or hash or whatever, but it's nothing major. He's making a couple of €100, like, you know what I mean? And we were just treated like this fucking I don't even know what you'd call it. Like, we were just treated like this major gang. Do you know what I mean? And we weren't. So we developed this kind of hatred for them and just had no respect for them, because they had no respect for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we were treated like the class that they put us in. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the best way I can put it to you. Like, and it's that same brush thing. Like, do you know what I mean? That's all that is. It's all the
big time.
Well, these are all the fucking same. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I had, for instance, even people that I know, like outside of the Garda. I had people, for instance, bro, come up to me in nightclubs in wherever, like, saying to me, like, and people I know from Blanche being like, oh, have you got anything on you, like? And I'm like, no. And
I used to get that all the time.
I've never had anything on me. Do you know what I mean? What? That's mad. I always thought the blah blah blah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's that mentality again, and that's the same mentality with the Guard. It's the same brush shit, bro. You know what I mean? And it's, I don't know. Look, I'm not fucking, again, me and you aren't picking up for what the boys did in Bleaton. No. You know what I'm saying? In Sherry Orchard. And, like, God love the Guard. I'd say it was very fucking scary, because at the end of the day, he was just fucking clocked in, like, do you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, we're trying to give a perspective from the side of people that have lived through that shit as well. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just represent for the people that they're now talking about. That's fucking, oh, they're all this and they're all that and they're all thugs and this, that, and the other and the whole lot. And that's all we're trying to do here. It's just trying to have the dialogue about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, everything you were talking about is great points, because it's like, it's just that same brush shit. Like, do you know what I mean? I could go and stick up a fucking shop tomorrow and someone would turn around and say, I always knew. I always fucking knew. You know what I'm saying?
He was
that's
always
all
a
that
tug,
is.
that fella. He was always a tug.
Yeah, especially the people he hung around with and all. Like, shut the fuck up, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when I used to pal around with lads that didn't come from Ladieswell, like came from Hartstown or Castleknock or somewhere else, you know what I mean, a more affluent area, and it'd always be like, if we were out with their mates or something, they'd always turn to me and go, "Hey, would you be able to get like coke and all?" Like, I'd be like, "No." I am fucking anti-drugs, you mad cunt.
Like,
Do you even know who I am? I am anti-drugs. Don't even do that shit around me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why? Because I'm from fucking Ladieswell. Or we'd be out in town, like, and
same with me, bro.
There'd be a little bit of a row or something, and they'd all look at me as in, like, are you gonna spark them
that
out?
as well?
Like, are you gonna protect those? Like, are you gonna spark them out? I'm like, no.
If you raised your
here
voice,
for that shit, bro. You're on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Or I used to get the whole, if I raised my voice, if I was out in town and I was out with people that aren't from Blanche, same thing. If I raised my voice, like, do you know what I mean? Or if I'm talking to somebody and an argument starts, they automatically think, oh, this fella's going to break him up, like.
Yeah,
do you know
someone's going to get stabbed. Someone's going to get stabbed.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Someone's
like,
getting stabbed now.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. See, I think, remember I had that song, You Ain't From the K, that was off the Four Show, yeah? Nobody heard it, obviously, because nobody hears Ant and I do. But I listened back to that only recently and I was like, you know what? I probably will never ever put that song out, ever. Number one, because the K district is that's a thing that the Garda has given us, like. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're called by the police.
I despise that programme.
Yeah. But that there, like, I thought, oh, cool, we have it. Bro, to be honest with you, I thought of it like the Drake thing, like the whole 666, that shit, like, he's from the 6. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to start saying K and it's going to be super fucking cool. And then looking back now, and look, you know yourself, I recorded that tune only, 2 years ago? I only recorded that tune 2 years ago, and I look back on it 2 years later. So that's what I mean. It's still a part of learning, a part of growing, but I won't ever put that song out, or I'll probably change the lyrics to it or something. Yeah. Because it is a slapper, in fairness, like. But
leave the K district for the drillers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
They like to
look back on it,
leave them to it,
and I'm like, I can't, because it's like me jumping on a song and saying, well, you aren't a S word, you know what I mean, and you aren't a K word. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the equivalent to me now. The way I look back on it, like, do you know what I'm saying? But I think what you're saying is right. I think there's a reason why we were all in fear of the Garda, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think that's why we idolised the boys that, like, did go and rob the cars, because it was like, oh, he has the balls to actually stand up and do something, type of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, bro. I'm just spitballing here, but maybe that's where it comes from. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know.
We used to idolise the boys because they had all the fresh night gear on. That's why we idolised them. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean subconsciously, like. Yeah.
All the boys had the fresh tracksuits, the brand new Nike trainers on, the new hats. You know what I mean? Yeah, the flashy watches. They had the fucking gold chains on. We just thought they were the fucking bollocks, you know what I mean? And it was like, oh, look at these boys, not realising the fucking dirt that they had to do to get that stuff, do you know what I mean? And look, majority of them boys are dead now. They're either dead, one or two is probably in prison still, do you know what I mean? But like, it only ends one way. It ends one way when you go down that road. It ends
I know.
Two ways. You either go in a box or you go in a cell. Do you know what I mean? You never escape that. You never escape it.
No. There's that, and there's like, my thing is, right, I obviously don't agree with, like, this hasn't happened in 20 years, because it happens all the time, right? But my kind of point to that as well is, like, back in the day, half of the reason why they used to rob cars was boredom. Let's be fucking honest, like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, in the era of, like, smartphones and social media, are you still robbing cars? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I've never. I always hear that. Oh, there's nothing for them to do in the estate. They're just bored. That's why they're doing it. That's bollocks.
No,
If-
yeah, no, I know what you
lads
mean.
just
Like,
want to be. Lads just want to fucking. Lads just want to be bold. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
These
No,
lads
but I mean,
just
we
want to
had-
be bold, man, and that's what it is. Like, there's none of this.
Yeah.
I really don't believe in the. It's boredom. It's not. They're just.
Yeah.
Look, they're
Yeah.
just little cunts, and that's all it is. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
No, I know, and I think that's a good point as well. I think I'm warding epoxy or something. I don't know.
No, because
I
I
think
always
I'm
hear
warding-
that's always the argument. Oh, they need to build better facilities to keep these lads fucking active and interested
Well, they
in
do.
something. And stop, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna let Barley go out and do that.
No, I know
Do you know what
that
I'm
as
saying?
well. Yeah. No, I get that. Maybe I don't know what I'm trying to fucking. I don't know what
It's
I'm
how
trying
you're
to say.
reared, man. And look, if that sort of mentality is in you, your ma or dad's not even gonna stop you. If a guard can't stop you, your man or dad's not gonna stop you. You're just gonna go out and do it regardless. Do you know what I mean?
That's
If
true.
that
yeah,
type of
that's
mentality is in you, you're gonna do it regardless of where you grew up. Whether it's, you could be from Castleknock and you could do that. Do you know what I mean? If it's in you, it's in
true.
you.
Yeah.
If it's in you, it's
Yeah.
in you. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
No,
an
I know.
addict. You know, if you're an addict, you're an addict.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
way you were fucking born, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's in you.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it one way or another. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying? And as well, a lot of these lads come from broken homes. They come from really bad
Of
backgrounds.
course.
It's no
yeah,
excuse.
Yeah.
But that's their way of lashing out, and that's their way of dealing with shit. It's like an alcoholic. do you know what
No,
I
of
mean?
course. Yeah. No, I know
It's how
that
they
as
deal
well.
with
Like,
shit.
yeah, and I
You know,
I
there's a
agree
lot
with
of
you.
different elements there. Like, but to me personally, when people say, it's just boredom or they don't
Yeah.
have anything to do, it's like, no, you know, it's just in them. We had nothing to do. We were bored.
Yeah.
We didn't do that shit. We used to do other stuff, but we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but what I think what my point was, and you're right in what you're saying. I agree with you there as well. Like, but I think what my point was, I think I'm more than epoxy, bro. But I think what my point was is that, the boredom thing. It's not that I was saying that they're bored and that's why they're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
what I meant was is that if you're in like 2022, right? You can probably attest to this as well, yeah, and I can attest to this as well. There was less amenities back then in the estates than there is now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot more out there for them, and that's what I mean. I think opportunity was slim. Like, do you know what I mean? And I know you can make of yourself whatever you make of yourself. Like, do you know what I mean? But I think back then it was kind of bet into all of them and all of us that it's like, oh well. Like, there's no world that exists outside these fucking walls, so I may as well make the best of it, type of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? And I may as well do what the fuck I want anyway. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I agree with what you're saying. Like, your whole point made complete sense. I just don't think mine made sense, bro. That's all.
That's allowed.
But yeah, no, it's yeah. I think it's partly like, obviously, stop robbing fucking cars, and number two is that the outrage that came from the fucking the online stuff and the politicians and all this shit was like, give it a rest. Like, do you know what I mean? Chill out. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of it was just. I think a lot of the outcry from government was just point scoring. Do you know what I mean? Just
recognize
they had to say something,
so
they just said what they said. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just point scoring.
I get that as well. Yeah, I get that as well. Yeah, but it's mad. Like, it's mad. Cause like when I was younger, like I remember this one very vividly, bro. I was in Whitestown, and it wasn't me. One of my mates told me this story. He actually only told me recently, and he said there was a fella flying around, in a robbed car, and like without thinking twice, like he was like 10 or 11 or something, bro. And your man pulled up and goes, "Oh, what story? Jump in!" And without hesitation, like he jumped into the car, like flying around.
Oh, I've done that plenty of time, brother. Plenty of time. Me and Pato
flying
were
around. The 10 or 11, bro. You know, me and this fella flying around the rob car in a joyrider with a joyrider.
I was joyriding
and
a joyride.
And then his man caught him and slapped the fucking ears off him. Like, you know what I mean?
Remember one time me and Pato jumped in the back. One of the lads pulled up. Just want to get in? Yeah. So we jumped in the back like two idiots. Jumped in the back. He had no seatbelts on. Sliding around the back of this car. This car is fucking fucking twisting and turning all over the gap, handbraking all over the place. And me and him are just in the back bouncing around. Next of all, his sister caught us. So we got screefed out of the car and we got grounded in his house. I wasn't allowed to leave his house for the day. It was gas, got the head slapped off us. Fucking hell. Yeah. I think that was one of the last times we got in one of the cars in the estate. Like, we just stayed in the fields then. Didn't bring them up near the roads. Fuck that. Pado's sister would kill us. Me and Pado were cunts for it though. We were always in the back of the cars. Gas it was.
Yeah. This fella was like 10 or 11 and he got slapped around by his owl, and then after
we were the same. We were about 12, 14, like little fuckers we were.
Yeah. No, I know. I get what you mean. But I think it is what you were saying as well. It's the whole thing of wanting to be a part of something together, isn't it? Like, it's that feeling, like, do you know what I mean?
Community thing.
And it's that.
As I said at the start of the podcast, it was part of our culture. You know, as sick as it is, like, it was part of our culture growing up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was instrumental in what way we grew up, bro, as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I mean, like, I always say that I've learned more on on the cold hard streets of Blanchardstown, right? But I've learned more on the roads and the estates than I have in any classroom, like, do you know what I mean? And I know that's like a cheesy thing to say, but it's the fucking truth, like, do you know what I'm saying? And I think with growing up in a state where it's looked at in a certain way like that anyway, I think there is that mentality of like, well, fuck it, like, do you know what I mean? We're good for nothings, in fucking inverted commas, like, we're good for nothings anyway, so fuck it, let's just fucking do what the fuck we want and claim this road as my own, like, by doing this, that and the third, like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
of course. There's always absolutely that, like, the king of the castle type thing as well, do you know what I mean? We're all fucking... We're Irish, like, we're fucking tribal as fuck, do you know what I mean? Yeah. We all want to be king, like, we all want to be king of our castles. Yeah. So that's what an estate is like. You know, you have a gang, you have the alpha in the gang, and he's the king of the estate, and what he says goes. You know what I mean? And the boys follow suit. They do whatever the fuck they want. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Like, outside of ladies, well, it doesn't matter to them. You know. Yeah. And that's the way we were bred. Like, that's the way we were fucking brought up.
Yeah. And it's not an excuse again. Like, do you know what I mean? Because you know what people are like these days. PC my arse. Yeah. What I'm saying is that, again, it's not an excuse. Like, it's not us saying, well, I actually agree with the boys. I'm not agreeing with them, but I can understand why they do what they do. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's what I mean. Like, I can understand.
I don't know about the young lads now, because they're doing it for social media now, which is weird.
Right. That's weird. Yeah. Fair,
the whole TikTok thing where they're robbing cars and flying
posting them on TikTok and
like,
shit.
They're making a TikTok video out of it. Like, where they're stroking the cars and hot wiring them and then rallying them around. It's strange. It's strange. I mean, look, it was going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to happen.
Of course.
But, you know, it's just a different. I suppose it's just a different way of expressing it now, or doing it now, or whatever you'd call it. Like,
man. Yeah.
Definitely. It's a weird one.
Yeah, it is. It is a weird.
Kind of do it. Like, they kind of just do it for clout now. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you see his video last night? Yeah.
They kind of just do it for clout now. I'm not saying they didn't do it for that in our day either, but I don't know how to word it, like, without sounding like a fucking Egypt. You know what I mean? They didn't do it out of, like, honour back in our day. They just did it because that's what they wanted to fucking do. They just wanted to rally a car and wreck it, whether the car was robbed or bought from the travellers. Like, do you know what I mean? They just wanted to fucking wreck the cars around the estate. Where now they're just kind of doing it for, like, likes and shares. Like, it's a bit strange. I don't know whether I don't know if TikTok and Instagram was around when we were kids. I wonder if the lads would do it the same. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if it had been the same. Like, I don't know. Don't know.
It's different. See, it's different traditions as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's you shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? That's what I was taught growing up, was shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? That's their business. If that shit's happening, that's their business. And if anybody asks you, especially anybody in the uniform, what's happening here or what happened earlier, boys, any information? Nah, haven't a clue. You know what I mean? It's like it's different traditions that's passed down. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I think I think there's that, and I do think that if there was social media and stuff back then, that they would have. I think because you think back to, and we talked about it before, the Balance videos as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There would have been a certain amount of people, because again, there's boys still out there, I'd say, doing it that aren't putting on Instagram and TikTok and fucking
of course,
Snapchat and all that.
Happens
So that's
every
what
night.
I'm saying. Back then, when we had Bebo and we had the flash boxes, everybody's flash box was a car doing donuts, crashing into shit, and do you know what I mean? It was all Blanche videos, like, do you know what I'm saying? Fights and cars and the whole lot. So, I mean, there was an element of it back then, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arguably, like, do you know what I mean? It's sort of an element of it, but I think that, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's hard to say, like, do you know what I mean? Because it's different mindset, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's a different
Feels
mindset.
different. Like to me, it feels different.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm a lot older now, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm not articulating it the right way. Just it felt different. Do you know what I mean? It's like the gangs are different now, like, to what they used to be. You know, it's
Because,
weird
I
saying
mean,
that. The drug dealers aren't like the drug dealers in my day.
They used to. That's outrageous.
Do you know what I mean? Almost like you're complaining, like, the thugs weren't the fucking thugs in my day are different to the ones these days. Fucking
Back in
hell.
my day.
My ones had honour and respect for the people. For fuck's sake.
I think,
Get him
and I'm
off.
putting this.
Get him off. I don't know how to word it without fucking
They
coming
don't
across
sell
like
drugs
I'm
the
trying
way
to
they
defend
used
them.
to.
Do you know what I mean?
They don't rob cars the way they used to.
No, they don't wreck cars like they used to in my day. Sounds like I'm defending them, you know what I mean? But look,
No, obviously fucking not. Like, but
I don't think there's I
um,
don't think there's a way of coming off right from this conversation. You know what I mean?
no, people are gonna hate us, bro.
People are listening, like, listen to these two dickheads shite now.
Listen to these two cunts backpedal for the whole episode. You know what I mean?
Hypocrites.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, and I'm putting this very, very, very lightly and very vaguely as well when I say this, but I think back then it was for the people, and I think now it's for themselves. Do you get me?
We used to rob cars for the people, keep them entertained.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? There's no right way of wording it.
I'm not saying robbing cars for the people. What I'm saying is that it was people back then were for the people. Like, I'm not talking about rob cars or drug dealers. Back in my day, what I'm saying is that the people were different back then because the people were for the people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think now the young fellas are very much out for themselves. Like, do you know what I mean? They
yeah,
don't
of
give a
course
fuck
they're
about
all.
that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
of course, yeah. Sure, they used to, like, in our state, if you went from there, you didn't go there, and you know, you never robbed from your own. You know, there was none of that. There was a bit of a Robin Hood thing going on where the lads would rob shy, or, you know, if someone in the estate, they needed money or needed something, the lads would fucking, you know, like, word would get out and the lads would kind of, they'd sort you out, you know what I mean? Now, it wasn't like that for everybody, but I do know it happened, and I remember it happening, do you know what I mean? The lads nowadays, absolute joke.
No.
Speaking of which,
It's the vanity. Oh, baby.
Any jokes this week, buddy?
Fuck
Buddy,
you,
old
I
pal.
don't want to do bleeding Joe.
Any jokes, me friend? Is there any jokes going?
There might be.
Are you selling a joke?
I might sell a few. No.
Give us the J. Give us a little J there.
Right, here we go. You ready?
Go on.
I have to say this in a way that, like, isn't the correct way, right?
Oh,
so you
Lord.
get it?
It's gotta be
Right, so
shy.
it's epoxy. Right. What's the opposite of a croissant?
Go on.
A happy uncle. So I was in here the other day, right? And Danielle turns around to me and she was panicking about something, and she was like running around the gaff, and she's like, "Where the fuck is it?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she says to me, she goes, "Have you seen the dog? Have you seen the dog bowl?" And I said, "No, sure, I didn't even know you could." I love that one, yeah.
Oh, that's a great one.
Right, I'm gonna finish on a big one, right? Because I don't remember what you said, so I'm just gonna play the voice note, right? Because every so often I'll get a message off Mango on Instagram, and he hits me with the dad jokes, yeah.
Go on.
But he sent me this one during the week, bro, and I fell around the place.
Shout out the Mongolian barbecue.
Shout out the Mongolian barbecue. That is wild, bro.
He's hot and spicy, that fella. Hot and spicy. Rough around the edges.
Rough around the edges. No, I love the Mango, man. He's always sending me this shit, and I always tell him I'm gonna stroke them, and he's like, bro, you don't even have to tell me I stroked them. Just stroke them and say nothing. But like, I can't.
Take him saying
I'm gonna play this one. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, Rocky.
Put it right up to the mic. Put it right up.
Right, I'm gonna put it right up. Here we go.
I tell you about the time my dog fell in the canal. This German man was walking beside me, jumped in, saved it, brought it back out. I says, oh, thanks bro. He says, no problem, just drive the dog off, towel it down, it should be fine. I says, oh nice one, are you a vet? He goes, a vet? I'm fucking soaking.
I'm vet, I'm fucking sucking. You about that. Shout out the Mango fella.
Shout out the Mango fella coming from his job, yeah.
Make sure you check out smoke breaks and hand brakes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fucking gymmers, the little jimmer jammers on that. But yeah, man, that one fucking cracked me up. Shout out to the Mango fella, yeah. Love, bro. Love for that, yeah. Love for that, brother. Love for that. Yeah, that's it from me this week. I'm a boring little prick.
You're not from here. You won't get this.
And the guest, I'm sorry, I'm butchering it, bro. I'm butchering it.
Chest out. Yeah, yo, this has been Gobsmacked. I've been ROC.
I'm ROC 2.0, the better looking version.
He wishes.
I've been Flinny the Windy, aka Flinson the Paul, aka Floyd Joe, aka Flinna, where's me dinner? Yeah.
Flinna, where's me dinner? Oh, I've been Big Bulge O'Connor. Big Daddy
Rocky. What did you say to me earlier? Kitty Lips O'Connor.
Kitty Lips O'Connor. The Bulge, they call me the Bulge.
I got it. I keep wet mods on the guest list. That's it. I keep wet mods on the guest list. Yeah.
Big Sorry, Daddy Oro.
See
Rocky the Blizzard.
Rocky the Blizzard.
Ain't nobody talking to me.
Flinna, where's me dinner?
Flinna, where's me dinner? Get out of here.
Right, listen, I don't know what that episode was.
Out here killing the game since fucking 1900 Splash.
Body Max Stunner.
Body Max Stunner. I'm out here getting it.
Stop, bro, will you? Come here. Listen, I don't know what that episode Flynn. Was. Spice Bag Flynn. Crispy Chicky Chillin'. Chicky Chillin'.
Fuck's sake.
Bro, I need to get off this thing. Will you fuck off? Listen, I don't know what that episode was. I love you all dearly. We'll be back on form next week, yeah? Bye.
Yes. Balls deep. Now here's me dinner. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I better turn this thing off.